What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about my honest opinion about 28 Years Bone Temple. Now, this shit was kind of crazy because I was going in kind of biased because I watched the third movie, and let me tell you, I waited about 16, 17 years for the third movie to come out. And I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of a disappointment, but it was a lot of cool shit to the third movie that I really liked, but that I also really did not like. In the third movie, um, I love the fact that the zombies virus was growing and it was different, and it switched to like a more like an animal kingdom, like where there's a one alpha feeding all the betas and stuff like that, which I thought that was very interesting. I noticed there was screamers that alert all the other zombies to where your location's at. I thought that was very cool. I like the crawler ones, the little fat crawler zombies. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought how the people lived in 28 years, how they've been living for the last 28 years was pretty cool. How they were on a little island. Um, um, and the fact that it took 16 years to actually make a third sequel, that's crazy. But to me, I thought that was a lot of hype. That's why the third movie had a lot of hype, because it was 16, 17 years waiting. And not that it was a little disappointing, but it was just a little confusing. Like, I did not like the whole arc of the Doctor. I thought the Doctor was kind of creepy and weird. How he was collecting all these bones and just fucking being a creepo, pretty much. That's how I just thought at first. And I didn't like the kid that he thought he was a know-it-all, a know-it-all, and you know what I mean. He just thought he can do anything by himself. The kid was also a really good actor. I will give him that. The fact that he made me like hate him and also like him at the same time, it shows that he was a good actor, and he really brought back his he really brought it in. The thing I did not like, the thing I liked about this movie, the fourth one, and how it was different from the third one, was there was a lot of showing of, the private spots. In the third movie, that shit was swinging back and forth. In this movie, they really cover it up. There was a couple scenes, but they really covered it up a lot in the fourth movie, which I really appreciated. It made the movie a lot more, enjoyable. And to be honest with you, I did not like the third movie's ending. I thought the third movie's ending was a little bit confusing, and there was no need, because I already liked the third movie. I just didn't like certain things about the third movie, and it was, to me, when I was watching it, it was roughly around 6.5 for the third movie. My first time watching it, I was gonna give it that rating. But then when the ending came with the fucking Power Rangers and shit, not really Power Rangers, but like these people that fucking that watch Teletubbies and they fucking go around flipping and shit. I thought that shit was stupid as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw that shit, I thought that was stupid as fuck. That ruined the movie. That brought the movie down to a 5.5. Right, for the third movie. But this fourth movie really blew my fucking mind. You know why? Everything I did not like about the third movie, or things that didn't get answered in the third movie, eventually got answered in the fourth movie. In the fourth movie, it was crazy. I love that shit. The Doctor, the one I didn't like, he ended up being a cool dude. He ended up wanting to find a little cure for the alpha zombies. He was so smart that he figured out that when he shot the alpha zombies with a tranquilizer, it's like the only time a zombie can actually feel peace, because their brains are always like having like noises in their head making them do shit to make them go crazy. And the fact that they showed that the zombies were looking at humans as creatures and animals, pretty much that's how I see it, because that's how they look at us, and they want to eat us and kill us and shit. That was crazy. Treatable. So the doctor was basically trying to treat this patient, this alpha, as a patient, and he was dancing. At first, I thought it was a little goofy, him dancing with the alpha and stuff like that. But then you think about it, he's a doctor. He wants to help him. That's like his whole goal. And he built this temple for the dead, like a kind of a grave site for the dead. But it's just crazy, because if you would have known that the cure like was psychosis, he would have might have able to save everyone here in the Bone Temple. You know what I mean? Besides the ones who are human, of course, that died and they put the bones on there. But I thought that was just crazy. enjoyed this movie, and I really gave the fourth movie.
Trying to predict the future.
I really gave the fourth movie like a 9.5. Why? The things I didn't like was answered, and I ended up falling in love with him. The Jimmy shit from part 3 at the end, where all the fucking people are running around and jumping around and shit, they have a significant bigger role in the fourth movie. They were kind of like a group of Power Rangers, but not really Power Rangers, but like really well trained zombie zombie killers, and they worship the devil. So they, every time they see a human or like anybody who are humans, they pretty much skin them alive and sacrifice them to the devil. Because the leader of the group, Jimmy, which was in the third one, he was a little boy running around. His father was a priest. And his father believed that this was like, retribution, whatever the fuck it is called, where they deserve this, you know what I mean? So that kind of put Jimmy like, oh, the Lord didn't save me, so now the devil must save me, or whatever the fuck. And yeah, I thought that shit was kind of interesting, how his group was all like, worship the devil and shit. And they looked at this old man as the devil because, of course, he has a bone temple. And they think that's, like, all crazy and shit. So they wanted to go ask him, are you the old man Nick or something? And he was like, no, I'm just a doctor. And so Jimmy kind of forced him to become old man Nick and perform like old man Nick, or he's pretty much going to kill him. And, yeah, it was a crazy movie, bro. You guys should definitely go see this. This really makes the third movie more... Like, it makes the third movie better and easier to watch. This fourth movie, I would give it a 9.5. And the second time, because of this fourth movie, it makes the third movie a lot better. And I'll bump the third movie up to about 6.5 to 7. Because that's how good the fourth movie makes the third movie better. And I suggest you guys go watch this movie. I'm not even being biased, bro. I really did not like the third movie when it first came out. Well, I liked it. But I also it wasn't like, imagine waiting for 18 years or 16 years for a movie you've been waiting since you were a kid. Like, the second movie came out in 2008. I was 7 years old watching that. And you're waiting so long for a third movie to come out. And it comes out. You're just happy that the third movie finally came out. But you're just kind of disappointed that it didn't hit all the right spots that you were hoping for. And this is what this fourth movie really did for me. It really hit all the spots and made me appreciate the third movie a lot more. And they're making a fourth movie, or not a fifth movie, because I know they signed like a 3-year movie contract, or where the fuck they did. So there should be a fifth movie coming out, and it kind of leads into a fifth movie. Not really, but kind of. Oh yeah, it does actually lead into a fifth movie at the ending. I don't want to spoil it, but they brought some OGs back. Just to let you guys know. But that was my take on my personal opinion on 28 Years Later Bone Temple. I suggest you guys go watch it. Very good movie. It is pretty much the best movie you could ask for this series if you've been waiting so long. I had wished this would be the third movie, but I understand it. If they would have combined the third and fourth movie, it would have been way too long to add all this stuff in there. But in the end of the day, the fourth movie makes the third movie make more sense. And go watch it. I highly suggest you guys, if you didn't like the third movie, go watch the fourth movie and then rewatch the third movie, because then you'll fully understand everything. And yeah, I hope I see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Kind of like my first time ever doing a video like this, where I'm just giving you guys my opinions about a movie. So it's like a movie review, and I'm glad it was 28 years later, because it's one of my favorite franchise zombie movies. And I hope I guys see you guys the next time.